Hi guys, I am Sona, and for my media intervention project, I'll be talking about gender inequality in sports. The information that I will disclose might not be anything new or surprising. Gender inequality in sports is an issue that continuously needs to be addressed because it still, hasn't received enough attention, or maybe there hasn't been enough awareness. And for that reason, it's still an issue not only in the United States but around the world. The problems of inequality happen in sports on all levels, and there are still harmful stereotypes that continue to make women less likely to take up sporting activities. Um, and many challenges, such as the pay gap, lack of more endorsements for female athletes, and even the disparity in training facilities. um, I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but there was a viral TikTok video in March 2021 from University of Oregon sophomore forward Sedona Prince, showing the weight room facilities provided for the female players at the basketball tournament compared with the facilities provided for the men. The women's weight room consisted of a single set of dumbbells and some yoga mats, while the men's weight room was stocked with state of the art training equipment, rows of weights, and workout machines. Prince's video was shared on Instagram and Twitter, and it got over 20 million views. Even though the footage caused a lot of outrage, the NCAA acknowledged the terrible error in judgment and installed a fully functional women's weight room, uh, and, and topped that with an apology. But how many others are dealing with the same situation uh, that are not addressed yet? Why would women athletes receive any less, especially when engaged in the same type of sports? When it also comes to sports coaching, that women are, well underrepresented at all levels of competition, from the local level to the international arena. Um, these challenges are preventing the recognition of female athletes. In a 2021 article by Yahoo Finance, the average salary for the 2021 season for a WNBA player was $120,648, while in the NBA, the minimum wage is $898,310. That is a huge pay gap or disparity that society must not accept, as they play the same sports. According to standard.asl.org, the pay gap is because salaries in team sports are dictated by revenue, and women's team sports do not generate the same amount of money as male team sports. And the reason for that is a disparity between viewers, sponsorship, ticket sales, and merchandise. But what should we do about that? I mean, situations like this cannot be left unaddressed. And these athletes deserve a way better, like their male counterparts. They deserve salaries befitting their skills. Another evidence of gender disparity example in sports is the recent WNBA Chicago Sky Championship and NBA Championship Milwaukee Bucks Pirates. According to the talkbasket.net, at the WNBA Street Parade, the champions were greeted by very few fans, like the tens of fans. And while, according to the NBA, thousands of fans lined downtown Milwaukee streets to cheer on the players. Now, there could be many reasons for such a big gap in fans. Perhaps the most prominent one is that the WNBA's championship was not properly advertised, or that viewers think more of it as a waste of their time. I watched both I watched the videos of both parades, and wouldn't believe comments from people about how they didn't even know that there was a WNBA championship going on. Others call it a waste of time. We need to ask ourselves why these attitudes towards female athletes exist. In a report by sportjournal.org, many sports fans argue that women's sports are boring compared to men's sports. Simultaneously, women's sports are rarely broadcast in the media compared to men's sports. And the media portrays sports as gender-based or masculine, for example, football and hockey, and feminine, for example, gymnastics and figure skating sports, conforming to traditional expectations of male and female athletes, which poses greater challenges to breaking conventional gender barriers and allowing women to participate in masculine sports and men to participate in traditionally female sports. So, for my media intervention on this issue, I will propose a social media campaign to bring to light the plight of gender inequality in sports. Platforms to use can be Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Using these platforms, I will partner with social media influencers, sports journalists, celebrities, and athletes in the industry, both men and women, and even the sporting goods companies, and have them engage in a two-way interaction about women's sports needing more support in all aspects. Engage in activities such as, discussion forums to raise awareness about the need for gender equality in sports. My target audience for my media intervention is older adults and college students. I picked the older adults because in a 2021 survey conducted by Statista.com, a company that specializes in market and consumer data, adults between the ages of 35 and 44 were the most likely to watch sports every day or several times of the week. And as for college students, I figure that youth's voice is an important aspect to societal change, and that bringing to their attention the dire situation of women's sports can help effect, change in that regards. So I want to change their minds and educate them on the importance of female athleticism, which might, have some effect on their attitudes or people's attitude. Um, my message will raise awareness and a call to action, uh, all sports institutions, big or small, to provide equal opportunities for women in sports, such as physical activity and physical education, and also educate fans about the benefit of women's sports. People, especially those in the sports business, must fully acknowledge women's sports as any other and give it the same attention. During the campaign, there will be discussions about promoting gender equity policies, that women doing the same sports must have equal participation opportunities, financial aid or funding, wages, and benefits as their male counterparts. The campaign will also advocate for more female sports executives, which is significantly lacking. Perhaps having more of them will change the status quo. Finally, my decisions for this media intervention were informed by the research I did on various credible websites that I visited, and it shows the information that I thought would make my argument better. Thank you.